Hey everyone, Drozd with ActionCOACH, back here again in my office to talk to you about how to create a more successful business. Last week I presented the first step in a 7-part series about how you can create a thriving business in a tough economy like we have here in Southeast Michigan. The first step was to work on your mindset. This week is the second step, and it is reevaluate all of your marketing. Let's face it, marketing is a very expensive endeavor. Most of us don't have unlimited budgets, so it's tough for us to create the kind of leads that we want in our business. So it's really important that we pay attention to and reevaluate what we've been doing. Now, some of you, I'm going to bet, haven't been doing any evaluating at all. So let's at least start with that. The first thing you need to do is what we call test and measure. What I want you to do, for instance, is if you have a marketing strategy you want to try, let's say you want to do a mailer and you're going to mail out 50,000 homes and you get this great idea and think it's really going to be exciting. Well, it could be, or it could be a complete flop. So what I would suggest that you do when you test and measure, you want to actually do a portion of whatever that mailing was going to be. So let's say you might want to try 1,000 homes versus 50,000. Get it out in the mail, test your marketing message and make sure your list is good. Every time the phone rings over the next week or so, answer it and make a tick mark next to your phone if that person says that they came to you because of your direct mail piece. After about a week or so, count those up and you're going to have a much better idea about the success of that piece. Now really there's 3 options. 1, it didn't work at all. You didn't get any phone calls. You're going to need to take a closer look at your list, closer look at whatever publication you advertised in, whatever the way is that you got your message out. And you're also going to have to concentrate and test your actual message. So if it was a complete flop, you may not want to do any of it at all. Let's say it was partially okay. You may want to look and make sure that the list that you're sending it to is correct and that your message is good. Or it may have worked fantastically well. Send out the rest of them and get ready for the phone to ring. So that's the first part of this in reevaluating your marketing, is you've got to evaluate in the first place. Make sure that you're testing and measuring. The second thing that I'm going to tell you, a step that you need to take, is that when you're reevaluating your marketing, to stop all brand and image marketing. Now, what do I mean by brand and image marketing? Well, again, we do not have unlimited budgets, unfortunately. So doing things like putting a duplicate of your business card in the local sports program, or maybe it is sponsorship of something, those kinds of things that are not evoking an immediate response in your prospect and are not offering a specific deal or promotion or whatever, is very difficult to get people to pay attention to. It does not evoke an immediate response, therefore you should stop doing it right now unless, again, you have a very large budget. The third part of this that I want to encourage you to do is to reconnect with all of your past customers. If you haven't reached out to your past customers, you're making a huge mistake. It's much easier to get someone to buy from you again than it is to get them to buy from you in the first place. In fact, J. Conrad Levinson, who wrote Guerrilla Marketing, suggests that 60% of your advertising budget should be being spent to reconnect with past customers or to get your current customers to buy from you again. It's very important information. So review your budgets, see where you're putting out those marketing strategies, and make sure that you are reconnecting to your past customers and trying to get your current customers to buy from you again and again. And last but not least, you need to go back and review all of your past marketing strategies. Pull out those old ads, pull out any direct mail pieces that you had, brochures that you're using. Evaluate those. Did they work for you at the time? Did they not work? If something worked for you in the past and you haven't done it again recently, you may want to pull that idea out and test and measure it right now to see if it's going to work again. Too many times business owners get bored with things that are working and they stop doing them. That's a big mistake and a big no-no in the marketing world. So again, you want to test and measure. You want to stop all brand and image advertising, reconnect to your old customers, and pull out those old marketing strategies that you did, see which ones worked, and maybe try those first on your list. So in closing, Reevaluating your marketing is a critical step to guarantee that the advertising and marketing strategies you're using today are going to get you the return on investment that you're looking for. Thanks again for listening once more. I'll be back again in 2 weeks with step 3. That is, evaluate your sales processes and make sure you're up to date on your sales training. Have a great week. I'm Drozd with Action Coach. To your success.